Welcome to our next episode of
Fandom
Family
Chats.
This is a production of Family Fan Clubs on Facebook. You can find us all over Facebook. You can find us all over social media under Fandom Family Chats. Look us up, get dialed in, get plugged in, and get ready to listen to some crazy people talk crazy stuff. Hey guys, welcome back to Fandom Family Chats. I'm Maureen. You might notice that today looks a little bit different. I don't have my co-host with me today. I don't have my counterparts today. And that is because here in the US, it is Mother's Day today. Now that might seem ignorant. Maybe in Europe, it is also Mother's Day. I don't know. So I didn't want to say that. But today in the US, it is Mother's Day. So as our own bosses, we have given each other the day off today since Josh is our one lone man on here. So we've decided to take a break today, but we still wanted to get you something. So first of all, we wanted to say happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there, whether you are young or old, whether you have kids at home or kids out of the home, whether you are an adopted mother or a stepmother, or maybe something awful had happened and you weren't able to, you had a miscarriage, you are still a mother to us. And we wanted to let you know that we love you and we hope today is a great day for you. We hope that you are able to be celebrated today. We hope you're able to relax today. And in that vein, what we have done at FFC is we've asked our team. Now, you guys know that we have a podcast team, but we also have a Facebook presence, and we have an administration team for our Facebook group. So we've asked all of them together to give us the recommendations for you to have a relaxing Mother's Day. And that is our recommendations on, you guessed it, fandoms. We are doing book recs, TV recs, and movie recs for you today. So you can have a truly relaxing day where whether it's your kids are out of the house, dad maybe took them out, grandma maybe took them out, somebody took them out of the house, and you're in blissful quiet, your house has been cleaned, you don't have to cook, you don't have to answer anybody. We want you to really rest in that. So we have some book recommendations for you. I'm just going to read off what our team has. Jeanette says that the movie, these are Jeanette's recs for movie, TV, and book. Movie would be The Idea of You, and you can find that on Prime. She has given that high praise there. It is also a book, actually. So if you are the type of person who maybe you don't go back and revisit a book after you've seen the movie, read the book first, because I've heard the book is also good. I haven't read it, but on our book club that we have at FFC, they love it. So check out the book first if you're one of those people. If not, go ahead and watch The Idea of You on Prime TV. Now, this is a Netflix version. The new season is not out, but it does come out this coming week. It comes out on May 16th. Bridgerton. That's Jeanette's TV rec. The seasons 1 and 2 are currently out, so you can get caught up on those and then watch season 3 when it premieres on May 16th. And the book recommendation for Jeanette is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have not read that book, but Jeanette has told me that I will be able to read all of Emily Henry, because I don't read, the books I read need to be fairly clean, like a lot of cuss words and other things, but she's told me this is one that I could read and I would love it. So Funny Story by Emily Henry, that is her recommendation. Jolie, who's one of our Facebook admins, here's some recs for you. A lot of TV stuff. She likes Palm Royale, Hacks, Ghosts, and Bob's Burgers. Those are all of her favorite TVs, things that she's watching right now. Those are jam. And her movie rec is the Unfrosted movie on Netflix. I've never seen that. I've seen some of those movies. I've seen Ghost is one I've actually really wanted to see. So I'm glad she recommended that. I'm going to try to tap into that. Although we at FFC, our book club has kind of taken over our lives, and we have sort of stopped watching TV and reading books. So this will be Ghost will be a jump start back into that for me. Her book recommendation is Wine Girl by Victoria James. So see if that's available to rent even. So you don't even have to spend money on Mother's Day if you don't want to. This is a great time to plug. There's 2 apps. One is called Libby. One is called Hoopla. Those are 2 that I use. I know that in our book club, we all kind of filter through those. Those are connected to your library. And Hoopla has a lot of audiobooks. Libby, you can get a lot of electronic books and a lot of audiobooks. And then you can, obviously, you can put things on hold for your public library if that is something that you want to do as well. So check out that book. Check out those apps and see if maybe they're on there for free. That'd be great. For Eve, she also recommends The Idea of You, the movie. She also said it was fantastic. It was great. The show is We Were the Lucky Ones. And she's not really up to date on books, so she didn't give a book recommendation there. For Amanda, actually, I think Amanda is the one who jump-started our obsession into this book rabbit trail that we're all in. We're all readers at FFC, but we have recently started challenging each other to read as many as we can. We use the app Bookmorty, and so it keeps track of how many books we read every month, every week, and we share those at the end of every month. We all have a goal of how many books we want to read at the end of the year. So I think Amanda is really the props to Amanda. Thank you for getting us back into reading. We were also consumed by TV, but I think the writer's strike took that away. So we found another way. If you haven't noticed at FFC, if something takes too long, we will find something else. That's just what we do. So we found books. Her recommendation, oh, and I could recommend this too. Her book recommendation is Never Lie by Frida McFadden, or she says anything by her. I just listened to Frida McFadden. I finished this book on audiobook. I listened to it on Hoopla, I think. I think I listened to it on Hoopla. But it is phenomenal. She writes these murder mysteries, these murder thrillers, and they're really, really good. They're really interwoven. They're really interesting. You don't get the same result that you normally would. It's not like, oh, I can figure this out. It's not that. It's super good, really intelligent writing. So really anything by her. That's the only thing I've read by her so far or listened to so far. But her The Housemaid, and there's a sequel to that. I don't remember what it's called, but those two are on my list, high on my list to read. Her show that Amanda recommends is Not Dead Yet. I'm not sure where you can find that on. I don't have my phone in the podcasting room to look, but Not Dead Yet is the name of the show. And the movie is Mother of the Bride. Oh, she just watched that. She was telling us how great it was. That's all on our list because Chad Michael Murray is in that. And if you know, you know, right? He was in Gilmore Girls and he was in One Tree Hill, both shows that we cover under our Fandom podcast. So that's great to watch. And he's not the only one in it. He's just the one that I knew from our Fandom groups. Jolie also says that Not Dead Yet and Abbott Elementary are great. I know Abbott Elementary is something that Eve also watches. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't recommend Chicago or Grey's Anatomy or Station 19 or Fire Country or Will Trent. I am not caught up on those, sadly. Will Trent is the one I'm most caught up on. Well, actually, no, probably Chicago is the one I'm most caught up on. But they're great seasons. They all have really good seasons. Tiffany, who is one of our admins, says that her book rec is Don't Forget Me Tomorrow by A.L. Jackson. It's a single mom book. And she likes the romance, so it's going to be a romance book. And then she said that they just put all seasons of Reba on Netflix, and she's in love with that. I used to watch Reba all the time before I was married, I think, maybe right after I got married, and I would just have it on all the time. I love that show. It's super funny. It's really smart, and I think Reba's awesome. Bad Moms is her go-to mom movie as well. So nice mom theme there by Tiffany. Way to put a theme on it. I love that. That's great. I do want to warn you though that Tiffany just let us know that they announced a couple days ago that Not Dead Yet is canceled. And that's apparently a bummer. I guess it's a really good show. I haven't seen it yet. And I feel like I heard something about it. And I feel like I saw a preview, but I don't know anything about it. It's not coming to mind right now. Roshea, who is one of our admins in our group, she was one of the original owners of our Facebook groups. She says that her show recommendation would be Alert, which you can find on Hulu. And the movie would be King Richard on Netflix or on HBO Max. And that's the one with Will Smith, I believe. And it's about the Serena and Venus Williams, their rise to fame and their dad's role in it, as I believe what that is about. Her book recommendation is Me Before You, but Tiffany said that book broke her, but she loved it. So if you want a good cry, there's your good cry movie. If we have some really, really good movie recs for you, some duplicates, so you know they're good. And FFC has a knack for finding out what's good, right? I don't know how we do it, but we do. I should probably give you my recommendations. I think the most recent one I finished was Frida McFadden, Never Lie, which was fantastic. But I would say any of hers. And if you're looking for just one that you can get through quickly, Jeanette also mentioned, she has a list of books that she can give you, but she tried to narrow it down to one. I have my go-to every year. I read once a year, Pride and Prejudice. I love that book. I don't think you can top Pride and Prejudice personally, but it's probably not a super fast read unless you've read it a lot. So I think maybe anything by Frida McFadden, I think would be good. Never Lie. I'm going to go ahead and second that. I'm pre-reading Never Lie to Me for my daughter. I pre-read all of her books to make sure that they're safe and okay for her to read. And that's what I'm reading right now. It's interesting. It's an interesting book. I think I wish there was some things that weren't in there. But it's a really interesting book. I like how it's laid out, how it's written. So there's that. TV show, again, any of the ones that we cover in our fandom are great. I think there's a show that my husband and I are rewatching right now, and I love pulling it up just for fun. It's probably the fourth time I've seen it. New Girl. I mean, they're half-hour episodes, and it's funny, and it's really, it's lighthearted. It's great. So I think rewatching New Girl or Parks and Rec or The Office go-to for us and Friends, because we have HBO Max now, so now we can watch Friends. All go-tos, great shows, uplifting, make you laugh, make you smile. A movie, geez, I haven't seen a movie in a minute. Maybe the movie's where I'm going to recommend Pride and Prejudice, unless Regency isn't your thing, and then you're going to be out of luck there. But Pride and Prejudice is one that I'll rewatch whenever, just because I just finished watching The Hunger Games with my kids. I've got one kid who's really into Transformers. We just watched Rise of the Beast. That was pretty interesting. It was okay writing. But Hunger Games is always a good go-to for me. For whatever reason, if you listen to our podcast, you'll know that for whatever reason, I just started rewatching the Twilight movies. Easy ones. I don't want to call them throwaway, but they're ones that, they don't take a lot of time. You can do other things while you're watching it. So those are my recs. I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. We at FFC want to extend a very happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers, would-be mothers, and whatever your situation is. If you have a child in your life that you care for, that you love, happy Mother's Day to you. And on that note, we'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.
Loving our content? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to share our podcast with your family and friends. We want to continue the conversation with you. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok under Fandom Family Chats, or one of our ever-growing Facebook groups by searching Family Fan Club. We've also launched a website, Family Fan Club 2021 at wixsite.com. You can email us there and keep checking it for announcements and merch coming soon. And of course, be sure to tune in every week for new episodes discussing all your favorite shows.